Good evening. Biden went before Congress. He spoke. He just finished his speech, almost 50 minutes. And did he actually make a case on immigration? In my opinion, he made a case, but his argument was weak. Basically, at the end, toward the end, he spoke a little bit briefly about immigration, and that's what we'll be discussing in tonight's topic. 3 takeaways. First, he briefly mentioned VAWA, and he said that VAWA has been a law, which we know, for 27 years, and now it's the time to close the loophole. Basically, what he meant by that, to include other individual in the law, so that victim will benefit from the act of the abuser. For example, he wants to include boyfriends and partners. Remember that with VAWA, we only have qualifying relatives such as wife, husband, like spouses, and then we have parents, and then we have children. So, but that now he wants to, by closing the loophole, he said that we have to include another category such as partners and boyfriends. Basically, he's referring to the violence with guns because of a lot of deaths going on with gun, and he's promoting to his gun control agenda, like the bill. So that's why he tried to connect both VAWA, Violence Against Women Act, and then gun violence. So basically that's what he was talking about. And then he briefly mentioned immigration reform. Remember, he had his own overall reform, and he sent it to Congress already on day 1. And now the way he addressed it, he said that, okay, if you agree that there is a crisis on the border, but when he said, if you agree, basically he's referring to the other side. If the Republicans agree that there is a crisis at the border, in his overall reform proposal, there is a portion that is to be allocated to basically securing the border by the use of technology. So if you agree that there's a crisis at the border, what about looking at the reform? There's already something as to that effect. If you agree that we have to fix immigration, there's a problem, how about legalizing 11 million individuals? And if you don't agree with all that, how about we go back to the things that we agree upon? That's when he cited the dreamers, he cited TPS holders, he cited farmers, and I don't think he mentioned essential workers. If I missed it, please let me know in the comments below. But basically he said, if you don't agree with the overall reform, but let's go back to what we agree upon and get it done. Let's vote on it. But the way he addressed that, in my opinion, it was really not too convincing. It was just like an act of asking Congress to act, but not as an argument to convince Congress to act. Because remember, he took the time to talk about his infrastructure plan, and he had solid arguments, and he had to demonstrate how it's going to help grow the economy. So in my opinion, he could have made the same argument on how to grow the economy in relation to immigration, but that's not what we were expecting. I believe that's not what you were expecting as well. So that's what I'm saying. The argument was really weak. So what can we do for now? From this point moving forward, what I think we can do is just watching movements. Starting next month, watching movements in the Senate, in the House, how the senators are talking, what exactly are they planning, and watch his own movement too, if he's going to go on a campaign trial to promote his agenda, because that's what they do after this 100 days. They go on campaign trial, try to convince people to get support from basically from people, and then from companies and corporate and lobbies and stuff like that. So when he will be on the road to promote his agenda, his infrastructure agenda, let's watch his movement And let's see if he's really going to make a case on immigration the same way he made a case on other subjects that he talked about tonight. So let's watch his movement. Let's just be hopeful. But in my opinion, personal opinion, the argument was weak. Unfortunately, that's what it is. Let's just keep hoping and watch his movement and see what exactly he's going to get done. We were hoping that he will push, as he said, he will push immigration plan through reconciliation, budget reconciliation, and he will make that argument before Congress. But he went before Congress tonight, but unfortunately, he just rushed out toward the end. That's it. That's what I really understood from his speech tonight. Okay, I've been waiting for the speech. I dressed up in the morning for this occasion, but a little disappointment, but not the end of the road. So he said this year, let's get something done. They have to get something done, because if they don't get something done this year, it's over. Next year, a lot of them will see themselves out of office. That's it. Bijoux Ngwanda here, immigration lawyer in the DC metropolitan area. And it's almost midnight. Good night, folks, and I hope we talk tomorrow. Bye-bye.